Gary Russell Jr. defeats Hugo Castaneda by 10th round TKO. He went to the body and it was over with, man. Dude fell on his knees, man. Could barely get up. Looked like he was about to cry. That body shot from Gary was nasty, man. He improved his record to 32-2. He now has 19 KOs. And this is the first time Gary Russell Jr. has fought in 3 years. He's at age 37 right now. And he looks sharp, man. He also had a second round knockdown. He gave Castaneda a brutal right hand that dropped him. Looked like he damaged his jaw, man. The announcer that was announcing the fight, he thinks that Gary Russell Jr. broke Castaneda's jaw. And if you look at his face, he had a dent on the left side of his jawbone, bruh. So I'm pretty sure Gary Russell Jr. broke his jaw. He wasn't even able to really close his mouth after that happened. He noticeably definitely has some damage to that jaw, man. But I'm going to be honest with y'all, man. I don't like the way that Gary Russell Jr. fought in this fight. Once he hurt him in the second round, what really messed me up is Gary Russell Jr., he didn't put his foot on the gas, man. Anybody that was watching this fight, you know that this fight was supposed to be over in 2 rounds, bro. Like, all Gary had to do was just come forward and just keep throwing punches. But instead, from round 2 all the way to round 10 after that knockdown, Gary Russell Jr. was moving backwards. He was purposefully standing by the rope, standing in the corner, letting this guy Castaneda just throw all types of punches at him. He pretty much was just letting dude tee off on him. And now I will say this. A majority of the punches that Castaneda was throwing at Gary Russell Jr., a lot of those punches was getting blocked. But some of those punches was going through, man. If you're just standing in the corner and you're letting your opponent just throw whatever they want to throw at you, obviously some of those punches are going to land. So some of those punches was landing to the body. Some of those punches was landing on Gary Russell Jr.'s chin. But he didn't get hit with anything that hurt him. He didn't get hit with anything that made Gary Russell Jr.'s legs buckle. And I'm going to be honest with y'all, man. Somebody said this on Twitter and I agree with him, man. It literally looked like Gary Russell Jr. betted on himself to win this fight by a 10th round TKO. And it looks like he pretty much was just playing with his food, right? Like, in his mind, he knew this guy couldn't beat him. He knew he had nothing for him. So I think that Gary Russell Jr. purposefully did not knock out his opponent in the second round because he put money on himself and he wanted to ensure that he won some extra betting money along with the money that he was getting paid for this fight. Because think about it, guys. This guy hasn't boxed in 3 years, right? Obviously he trains. I think he trains with his brother and all that. But he needed this payday, man. And why would you mess up the bet that you put on yourself or your parlay that you put? He could have put a parlay on multiple fights that happened on this card for the prelims for the Pacquiao and Barrios card. So maybe he wanted to make sure that he secured the bag with his bet, man. So if that's what Gary Russell Jr. did, which I think he did, salute to Gary Russell Jr. I don't like that style because I just think it was too reckless, man. Like, Gary Russell Jr. was purposefully putting his hands down and putting himself in danger. And you know, this guy, Hugo Castaneda, he was noticeably bigger than Gary Russell Jr., which really didn't mean anything. But you got this dude that's taller than you. He's bigger than you. He wasn't more athletic than Gary, though. But you got this guy walking you down, throwing everything he has. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, Mexicans, bro, they're not going to leave the fight without giving it their all, man. And even though this guy got dropped in the second and he got stopped in the last round, this dude gave it everything he had. He could have quit after his jaw got broken, and he fought 8 more rounds, man. So salute to Hugo Castaneda. He definitely gave it all he had. Unfortunately, man, it's levels to this shit. Gary Russell Jr. at age 37, he is still a slick boxer. I'm not gonna say he's elite because of Gary Russell Jr. I don't know if this weight class was 135 or 140. Somebody let me know in the comment section. But if Gary Russell Jr. was to fight somebody like Lamont Roach or Gervonta Davis or even a William Cepeda, I think that those guys would give Gary Russell Jr. some serious problems, especially if he fights with the style that he did tonight. I need to see more, but at age 37, man, he did his thing, man. Congratulations to Gary Russell Jr. I'm glad that you're back boxing. Boxing needs you, bro. Obviously, your little brother, Gary Antoine Russell, was also doing his thing. He has a championship belt at 140. So Boxing is better when the Gary Russells are fighting, man. So salute to Gary Russell Jr. I'm interested to see what's going to be his next fight. I wouldn't mind seeing Gary Russell Jr. get in there with Tevin Farmer, right? Tevin Farmer is obviously coming off of a knockout from Floyd Schofield, but I don't think that Gary Russell Jr. should just jump in the fire next. I think if he does, I think he could end up losing. Like I said, if he fights Roach or Shakur or Tank or, any of those, even a William Cepeda, I don't think he wins, bro. I think he needs to have one more fight where he has a performance where he can show that he can just dominate and just end the fight in a good fashion, man. Because like I said, I think dude did it on purpose to win some better money. But yeah, man, let's get Gary Russell Jr. versus Tevin Farmer next. Or let's get Gary Russell Jr. versus George Kambosos, right? George Kambosos is a good tune-up for Gary Russell Jr. So let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Who do y'all want to see Gary Russell Jr. fight next? What did you think about the performance? Do you think that he purposefully didn't get this guy out of there in the second round because he put money on himself? Let me know in the comment section, man. Make sure y'all subscribe, thumbs up the video. Thank you for watching. I'm out.